Hello and welcome, my name is Nilaus. This is episode 7 of our Warhammer 40K Gladius Relics of War playthrough. We're playing as Astra Militarum. If you haven't already, then I suggest you go back to the first episode and watch it. This is the 7th and what I expect will be the final episode of this playthrough. We have quite the upper hand and we're smashing away at the capital city of the Space Marines. The orcs lay dead in their now wake. We don't even see a trace of it except for the disgusting fungus that will spread and come back with another orc invasion in a generation's time or so. But we also have the Necrons. They are also beaten into the sands, though there are still millions upon millions of them somehow buried deep beneath the earth. And oops, that is impractical. Me clicking on that one reminds me of what I should be doing though. Is I'm making the ore thingy. Yep, here I build a manufactorum. Nope, I'll build a cogitator station. Where should we build it? We'll build it in that location because that will complete this station. Good. Okay, oh, hold on. That's not how we get out of city. We just simply click. What I'm actually thinking is, why don't I build another city? This guy up here is the tech priest, is completely useless. So why don't we... Not enough resources. Ah, okay. Well, next turn then. Let's see where a good location for a base would be. Here maybe? In the Sun Death Valley. I start moving you there. Good. Alright, so we start by ending the turn. And they are moving back. There are still some... What are they? They are apothecaries. What? You assholes. Using grenades on me? This is a dangerous place to move to. Stupid apothecaries. Let's give a dose of your own medicine here. No, guess not. Okay, it's 10 turns. Until you next cowardly action. Unfortunately, this means... Oh, hold on. I did it again. I am so bad at using this guy here. You will be taking 2.6. You will be taking... What? What if I go bring it on? 9.7. That's a massive improvement. Even at half range. Oof. Ouch. Don't really know where my Hydra is going. You can't shoot at anything. Oh, you can shoot. Great. So that's awesome. I'd like to kill these apothecary if possible. And let's head there. No. Let's head into the wild. The commissar, now move here. You can't do anything, so stand still. 2.6 or a crack grenade worth of 8.9. Yes, thank you. Boom. Great. Although we'll be focusing here. How many hit points? You have 4 hit points. That's unfortunately... Oh, I'm not killing them. 2 hit points? Still 2 hit points. That's crazy. How difficult it is to hit... Well, technically one guy in the forest. Ah. Too bad. You are pretty sturdy, so just move straight in. Shoot. Yeah. Got it. You did not get... Oh, you did get it. Okay. You are at... Now we have to get up here and clear this area, which is kind of risky. I'll go in. Demon Russ. That is one long ridge, so you either move that way around it. Yeah. Apothecaries. These courageous field surgeons face the full heat of battle. Their Nathisiums healing even grievous injuries, and their vials of combat stims and anticoagulants quickly getting wounded brothers back into the fight. They also administer the Emperor's Grace to those beyond help, extracting the protenoid glands containing the gene seed on that the Space Marine's legacy might live on. Yeah, that's pretty gross. You can also orbital deployment. That's pretty cool. Jonah Gottman. What? Oh. Okay. Yeah, keep shooting. You deal 1.6 damage. Is this seriously the case? That... Okay, how... So you're saying you can actually take them out. Ah, crazy. So heal wilds. Ooh, I like that one. It's not massive, but it's something. We are taking it down. Slowly, surely. And here. You just keep pushing this way. Can't do any buffs this turn, so... Oh, that's great. Why did you move then? Now standing next to the Commissar means Commissar at the back. Makes everyone happy. Kind of. Hydra cannot move unless... But is there a point to it? Yeah, gradually, eventually. How the hell did the Apothecaries have so much hit points? And now again I get into a position where I need to take out 3 hit points with all of my artillery. No way. I wonder if they can do that every turn. If so, they are a bit difficult to kill. Just playing cards, sir, passing the time. Why would you say that? Still impossible to kill the last one. These 2.1 damage, but we have to kill him. Oh, that was actually the one. This one. Come on. That's so crazy. I am so worried about those enslavers, even at this point. And we have an Imperial Psyker. How do you look? Crazy. That's what you look like. You have a Molten Beam that is attacks range 2. Or you have a Life Leech. Or a Surprise Cruise. That's actually pretty good. Can I use it? How far? Oh, I can use it this far. Nice. Not that it really matters at this point, but that's a really nice one. You're rushing over to found the next city. It's full spectrum analyzer. A tiny crawl space on this artifact allows access to a great internal chamber which displays geographical data, readouts, and holographs of the nearby area. Wise commanders will use this to hunt out enemies and relay targeted information to their troops. Build a Psyker, and then you go back to sleep. Off here, yes, indeed. And discover Sahil Wilds. What are we building at Eon? Yeah, one more turn, and then after that we will build the Cogitator Station. I'll build it here. Still shooting. And again they heal themselves. That's crazy. Alright, come on. That is magnificent. Unfortunately, but at least we didn't rush headlong in. There's also a ridge here. These ridges are really hard to see. We have to move that way. Need an ore extractor, and then immediately start here. We will pop that one and pop that one. That's now pretty decent amount. Let's see, you still healed an amazing amount. I don't know how I can kill these apothecaries. They seem almost impossible to kill. Maybe I... How much? 5.8 or 9.2. That's great. That's a pretty decent amount of damage here. That's a lot of damage, and you just stand there and shout. Let's see this. What kind of open-topped tank vehicle? This weapon. Ordnance. Large blast. Scale the damage with the group size. Okay, so these have to shoot first. Now they deal from 5. You still do 1 damage. Can't believe how good it is. Oh, okay. And you have your turn, so you move here and get it. Shoot. What? Why did they take damage? Why did they take damage there? Oh, by moving? I don't know. No idea. Audience. Shoot. It is not long for this world. And commander, or here, you are now done, can't do any more. So you start moving in. The absurdity of this. No. Movement is... I'm not really good friend of the movement here. Alright, what I should be also looking at is, what do I think of this game? That's a really important part of where we are now. So we are closing the end. It's quite obvious that we are pretty close to the end. And where are you? Did you found a city? Those are not particularly good locations. This is better. We'll take that one. Oh, here comes the Bane. They just don't deal. Haha, look at that craziness. I may have to just pull back. 9 damage. Wow. Demon Ross battle tank to the rescue. All of them can pull back significantly. Great. Ah. I don't think that actually is going to be too needed at this point. I'll pop that one. And then, for example, look at this one. How much damage? Nope. Let's shoot it with a level 8. Level 8 guardsman. There we go. Victory! The colony has been saved. Well, what remains of it? The few remaining Xenos are fleeing to the corners of the planet. Hunting them down should be well within your veterans' capabilities. Truly, you are the war leader to rival the Macarius. With the eventual clearing of the warp storms, the planet will return to Imperial rule. Road traders will arrive, its cities will be rebuilt, the skulking civilian population will be bolstered by colonists from nearby sectors. Within a generation, it will be a viable colony again, sending the Imperial tithe like any other. Within 10 generations, it may be a rich world supplying its own regiments to the Imperium. Within 1,000, it may be a depleted hive world rife with corruption and filth, a cramped, impoverished home for future humanity. All this for the glory of mankind, for the Emperor. So what I really like about this game is it's incredibly enjoyable. I find that there's always something to do and you're just always doing something, and that's really enjoyable. Something I didn't like particularly much with Civilization was all the dead time. I didn't feel there was a lot of dead time here. It suffers a bit from the same problem that as soon as you start smashing it first, you know you've won, and it's just a matter of time basically. It's a bit of a shame, but that's basically the nature of it, unless you have a big world where someone can just build up really, really big. Military, you can see how he's just dropping down one by one, and here military, yeah, it wasn't even close. It was, you can see already beginning. I made a lot of guardsmen because their upkeep in terms of food is not very much. I mean, it's 16.5 from units. That's not much, and those units really make a big difference. I think that's one of the key points. There's no reason not to build a ton of units, so keep building them, try to keep them alive. The medipack makes a huge difference, and the grenades as well. Research, yeah, I don't know if I was ahead. I definitely wasn't ahead. Look, wow, this is interesting how far ahead the Necrons were, despite the fact that they were just dead. But I also felt that by the time I had last guns, they had really advanced units. And actually, only by the time they were killed, they were still in the lead by a long shot. Very, very interesting. Okay, so my thoughts on this game. I thought it was absolutely spectacular. Really, really fun game. I really enjoyed it. I'd like to play some more of it. I maybe just do that, but I need to crank up the difficulty. I also think orcs are by far the most difficult one because they have bad units and they have basically low range and they have poor morale. So I think they're very, very tough to build, and that's going to be a bit of a challenge to play them as well. So that might be the other option, also sort of trying something different. But let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about this series, what you think about the game. And I'll be figuring out what else to play, maybe some other game, maybe this one. Please let me know either in Discord or in the comments below. So thank you very much for your support, and I will be seeing you either here on YouTube or on Discord for some other game. Thank you. Bye.